Good morning, beautiful soul. I hope you have a beautiful day, but before we get on with our day, I wanted to share something with you. There was a quote that I read the other day that really stood out to me. And I mean, there's a lot of quotes that I really enjoy and that really resonate with me and life, but this one in particular resonated with me because I definitely needed to work on this aspect of my life. And when I did finally figure this out, my life changed in a major way. And I'm still constantly working on it. But the quote went something like, no amount of guilt can take back the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. So basically, such a simple concept, but at the same time so life-changing. And what I mean by this is that when you let go of the past, and I've talked about this in so many of my videos, but letting go of the past, especially the negatives, especially the trauma, especially the wrongdoings and the guilt and the shame. I know I carried a lot of guilt and shame for some of the things that I did in my past, being a recovering addict, and just some of the choices that I made. But all I know is that since I've been able to let go of my past and really truly forgive and move on from it, it has been super liberating. And it has allowed me to now start focusing on me and start focusing on the present and building a new and beautiful future. Because for about 10 years, yes, a decade, I was stuck in the past. I was stuck dwelling on the past. I was stuck. I was legit stuck. I wasn't going anywhere in my life. I was depressed. I was suicidal at some points. I was riddled with anxiety, and I was sad, and I was lonely. And that was a lot of it was to do with the fact that I was stuck in the past, and I kept replaying the past in my mind, and I allowed anything bad that happened to me in my past be my story. And it is part of my story, but it doesn't have to be the only chapter of my story, right? I'm building bright and beautiful new chapters for my story. But the problem is when you're stuck in the past and replaying that stuff in your mind or out loud, and you're identifying and really creating a life around that and not releasing it, you're only perpetuating more grief and more struggle. And you're not allowing yourself to flourish in the way that you really, truly can. And I am proof of that. If you feel stuck, just know that there is a way out. If you feel like this is as good as life is going to get for you, I'm telling you that's not true. If you are willing to put in the inner work, and if you are willing to look at some areas where you can use some improvement, and if you're willing to give up the victim mentality and really forgive and let go, your possibilities are endless. I know this to be true, and I want to spread this message because my life has changed, and I know other women and other men's lives can change. I'm specifically out here trying to help women, but men can also do this. This can work for anyone. Maybe you need to see a professional. Maybe you need to go through this with a counselor or a therapist. Maybe you can do this on your own like I did. Either way, you need to know that you are worthy of healing and letting go, and that when you do, life will open up and life will change. You don't have to stay stuck, okay? So that was the first part of the quote. Now, the second part of the quote is something that I am definitely still working on. I'm someone who has social anxiety, so I mean, anxiety isn't just going to go away overnight for me. This is an ongoing battle that I have. But the quote says that when we're focused too much on the future, it causes anxiety, basically. And it's true in the sense that if you're worried about something in the future, if you're constantly worrying about, oh no, what if this happens or what if that happens, and you're worried and you're anxious about the results of any given situation, that isn't going to help the situation. Having anxiety around it isn't going to change the fact that it could fail or it could not work out, and yes, the negative could happen, but dwelling on it in the present moment, dwelling on something of the future in the present moment, isn't going to change the future outcome unless you're taking action towards making sure that this outcome doesn't happen. But the actual thought of the future isn't going to change the future. You actually have to take action. But that's where mindfulness comes in, right? And like I said, I'm still working on this. So living more, not making plans for the future, because of course you need to have goals. I mean, it's good to have goals and somewhere to aim your life towards, but knowing that life happens and it's not going to be just a straight road to where you want to get, right? And accepting that and knowing that. So not over planning, but having a goal and a plan in mind, but not over planning each step along the way, because like life happens and we don't know if that's the route that you're going to take, because you might end up in a fork in a road at some point on your journey, and you might have to make a different choice that leads you in a different direction. And we've all been there and done that, so you should be able to relate to that. I know that I can. So yeah, having goals and things, but not over planning for the future. And again, this is where mindfulness comes in and being more present. So I'm a big planner and a future planner and a goal setter. So I do have to sometimes reel myself back in and be like, okay, I need to be in the moment more and really enjoying the moment, because life is all about the journey. It's not about the destination. Enjoying the whole process of getting to that bigger goal or getting to your destination, right? Enjoying the process, because if you're not enjoying the process, then it's not really worth it, right? I mean, yeah, you're gonna have struggles probably getting to your goals, but enjoying the process is a big part of the entire process. And if you're not enjoying the process and you're spending years miserable trying to get to a goal, that's not really healthy or great either. So make sure that you are taking time for yourself and enjoying your life. A good work-life balance is good for this, and really self-care and taking care of yourself and your needs and your wants and doing what you love doing. Don't forget about the now, and don't stress too much about the future, because tomorrow isn't even promised. Not to sound morbid, but it's true. Tomorrow isn't promised. So try to every day just to enjoy the moment. That is my message for today. I hope that it has inspired you to live more in the moment and be more mindful, but also to hopefully know that you are worthy of letting go of the past so that you can walk forward towards your bright and beautiful future, because I believe in you and I believe that you deserve everything that your heart desires.